My number 3 spot is Origins. Origins had so many things to do. I feel like I'm always working towards something, which is nice. This map has been out for a month now, and I've yet to do everything within the map. I like it. It keeps this map fresh. Origins is also probably one of the hardest maps in Black Ops 2. It's not saying that much, but it's a nice, refreshing change coming from a boring map like Buried. It also has a wide variety of gameplay. I can go into the tight trenches and train in the open, crazy place. Origins also features probably one of the only bosses within zombies I'm scared of. When that Panzer soldat drops down and I'm in a tricky situation, I'm pretty freaked out. This dude is tough to kill, and you can't fire at him for too long or else he'll grab you, and then that puts you in a pretty tricky situation too. And I thought I'd never say that about an in-game boss. Origins is still new though, and only time will tell how we judge it. Right now though, I only wish the ending was better.
That video is from the bowels of the Johnny J25 archive. You gotta dig back to 2013, almost 4 years ago, to find that video, which is basically an eternity in internet time. And I look back on that video and I go, really, John? Was Origins actually the 3rd greatest map of all time, or are you just saying that? And I've been on record before saying that Origins is one of the better maps. I think I've said it on Reddit before. I'm sure if you go through the archives of all the different Zombros, you can find me saying that Origins is probably up there as one of the best maps. But as I look back on it, I've really just been lying to myself this whole time. And I'd like to make this video as an opportunity to come out of the zombies closet and say that I really don't like Origins. And this idea that Origins is one of the best maps we've ever had is something I don't stand by. I would like to step away from that and be honest with everybody and say that I don't like Origins. And for the longest time, everybody loved Origins.
And coming in at number 1 on our list of the top 5 zombies maps, making this the greatest zombies map of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, could it be anything else? It is Origins. Okay, I could sit here and talk all day about why this is an amazing map, but we could start with the staffs.
Now, what I love about Origins is that there's so much to do even in the starting room. If you guys have seen my top 5 starting rooms, I explain it all there. You have to build the staffs, you have to buy a lot of stuff, get good weapons. There's just so much to do in Origins. I personally think it was the best map in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies by far.
The last DLC for Black Ops 2 is taking our number 3 spot for so many different reasons. If giant German robots or being able to build elemental staffs isn't enough for you, you also have the ability to fist punch zombies.
I think if you go on Reddit and you look at several threads about what are some of the best maps of all time, everybody brings up Origins. Everybody seems to love Origins, and Origins was cool. Everybody loved the stabs, everybody liked the tanks, I guess, all the cool stuff that you had. Origins just had a lot of stuff in it, and there was a lot of cool stuff you could do, and everybody had a ball with it, and everybody seems to love Origins. But the tides are turning. If you go on Reddit and you just search for posts that have Origins, you can find many posts within the past couple days of people ragging on Origins. You can even go read some of the zombie YouTubers and things they say on Twitter, and a lot of them right now are really starting to rag on Origins. It's very popular to rag on Origins right now, and a lot of it is because Origins is very buggy. There are a lot of issues with Origins that remain to be unfixed, and that's a lot of the reasons people dislike Origins. Maybe they can't pick up a staff, or the hitbox on the giant robot, or the Panzerschreck is too small, or originally they were getting stuck in the mud, or the tank starts flying and actually levitating off of the ground. And these are the reasons why people are disliking Origins, but as I really think about it, I dislike Origins myself, and I've been playing it a bit recently, and as I play it, I just find myself frustrated. I don't like Origins as a map. I'd like to use this video as my definitive opinion on Origins. I don't know why in the past I said I loved Origins and sang its praises. I think it was because everybody else seemed to love Origins, and it's like, how do you not say you like the map that everybody else loves, or it's everybody else loves this map, then I guess it's a good map. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I wasn't strong enough to stand up to the backlash of people going, how the hell do you not like Origins? This map is amazing. It's got tanks and stabs and Templar zombies and all sorts of crazy stuff. And this is beyond the story, and this is beyond the narrative. I know I'm a storyline channel, and people come to my channel for the storyline. In fact, I made it the other day saying why I hate the giant, and everybody was upset at me because it wasn't a gameplay video, it was a storyline video, and this will be purely gameplay. I think the Origins story is fine. At the time it was released, it was frustrating because we didn't quite understand it, but now that we have about 4 years of context and 4 years of development, the Origins storyline makes perfect sense and it fits really nicely into the zombie storyline. So I'm not going to rag on the story and the ending, I'm going to rag on the gameplay, and these are the reasons I no longer like Origins, and it's not because of the bugs, it's because of the game itself. For one, it's not a map that is fit for a solo player. I'm a solo player. I would say 95% of the games I ever play are on solo, and this map is too big for a solo player, and there's a lot to do when you're a solo player. So you've got to power up all the generators, which is kind of annoying in an effort to pack a punch. Not to mention, sometimes you have those Templar zombies come in and start destroying your generators. Well, now I gotta go chase them around the map, and this map is massive, so I'm probably gonna find myself running through the mud or running from one end of the map to the other. Maybe I'm by the church, but next thing you know, there are Templar zombies attacking Generator 1 over by the spawn. Well, now I've got a hike ahead of me, and maintaining the generators and just getting around the map as a solo player gets pretty annoying. I don't like knowing I have to make a hike just to get from one end of the map to the other. That's what I like about some of the smaller maps like, say, Kino, where everything is relatively in the same area, or if I need to get somewhere, it only takes like 30 seconds, but Origins might be like a minute or two of traveling just to get to the other end of the map, especially if you have to deal with zombies at the same time. Not to mention, there's a lot of doors in Origins, and there's a lot of expensive doors. I think by the time you're actually ready to pack a punch, you're probably spending a good $15,000, $10,000. You've got to work your way over to the mound, you have to buy your way into the mound, you have to go by the church, you have to go by Generator 5, Generator 4 is thankfully open, but you're also going to want to buy Jug while you're at it. There's so many doors you have to buy, and Origins feels like a constant point grind. I just want to be able to play and not have to worry about hitting all the generators and making sure I have enough points and getting around. It's not fun. And sure, I can go and use a shopping free, but I don't like to use my shopping frees just to play Origins. I feel like I have to though sometimes if I just want to go ahead and start it. And you know what, even if you do use a shopping free, the map is so big that sometimes you'll lose those zombies in the early round, and you're waiting like a freaking hour just for those few zombies to find you because they originally spawned in the starting room, but you went ahead and grabbed a shopping free and opened up the entire map. And you know what, that map is so big you can't even open up all the areas with a shopping free. You can only get to a select few areas. It's basically you either go to the church or you go to Generator 5, but you can't do both. Or maybe you do the mound and then part of the church. You can't get all of it with a shopping free because this place is so freaking big, and it's just not fit for a solo player. And I would guess a majority of people play zombies in solo because it's the easiest way to play zombies, and most people are doing high round runs in solo. So if your map's not suited for a solo player, your map's not suited for most of zombie players. I'd also like to discuss the crazy place. You'll notice in this gameplay I'm training in the crazy place without any of the staves, and this is because I like to keep the walls up. I get why they have those walls in the crazy place. It's because the crazy place is the easiest training place of all time, but for God's sake, do we really need them there? I just feel like I want to use the staves, but I don't want to bring down the walls in the crazy place. I've made it to round 50 on Origins without using the staves just because I didn't want the walls to come down in the crazy place. Maybe make it a temporary thing. Maybe make it that like as you're making the staves, the walls in the crazy place come down to make filling the souls a little bit harder. But can you please bring up the walls once I get the fully upgraded staff? I think that'd also be a great reward for upgrading your staffs. Overall, I don't like Origins because I find it frustrating. I find the beginning of the game such a grind. It's too big, it's too expensive, and it's also too tedious. Sometimes getting the staves is a little bit annoying when the map is so big. Maybe I'm trying to get the ice staff, but I'm waiting for dig sites to come along, but I can't get the proper dig sites because it's not snowing yet. Or waiting for the giant to step down if I want the wind staff. I mean, the fire staff is real easy, but I get tired of always using the fire staff on that map because it's the easiest one. honestly, I'm just frustrated with Origins. I don't like playing it. I find it my hardest map to start. I feel like most maps I can get in and play, but when I play Origins, it's a roll of the dice of whether or not I'm actually going to survive long enough to even get a half-decent game. Those are the reasons I dislike Origins, and I'm using this video as my coming out video. I do not like Origins, and every time in the past I've said I liked Origins, for whatever reason, I said that, and that was a lie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. Let me know what you think about Origins. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Are you a solo player? And if you are a solo player, do you enjoy this map as a solo player? Are you like me and find it a bit frustrating, a bit tedious, and honestly kind of slow? I'm gonna go though. Have a wonderful day, and